begin on the college basketball hardwood, where the Fordham men's basketball team started the season strong but has struggled of late, especially in the Atlantic 10. The Rams welcome Dayton to the friendly confines of Rose Hill Saturday afternoon. The Flyers turned the showdown in the Bronx into a home game. Let's take a look. In a Saturday matinee at Rose Hill, Fordham hosted conference rival Dayton. Rams leading scorer Nick Honor looked to snap a 7-game losing streak, but Honor was off his game in the first half. Here he misses a jumper from the corner. Then he is unable to finish the drive to the hoop. Later, Antoine Portley sets him up for the corner three, but no good. Averaging 16 per game this season, Honor went 0 for 7 for the half. On the other end, teamwork was key for Dayton in the early going. Jalen Crutcher serves it up to Obi Toppin for the alley-oop. Then it's Crutcher again, this time to Frankie Policelli with the corner three. Dayton would take a 33-20 lead into the break. We go to the second half, where Honor bounces back with a jumper, but too little, too late, as the Flyers were in control throughout. The three ball is off the mark, but the dish and dunk to Josh Cunningham is good. Cunningham finished with 15 points and 11 rebounds. Leading scorer on the afternoon was Toppin with 19. Here he is with the offensive board and the finish to put the Flyers up big. And then later goes up top for another alley-oop. Dayton gets the huge 75-52 win in the Bronx. Fordham remains winless in conference play. Rough showing for Fordham. They'll look to get back in the swing Wednesday night at George Washington. From the college hardwood to the NBA hardwood, the New York Knicks and the Garden crowd said goodbye to star Dwayne Wade Sunday night. Wade, playing in his final season, made his latest stop on his retirement tour right here in the Big Apple. The matchup actually brought out former Knicks Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith back to MSG. As for the game, Wayne Ellington scored each of his 19 points in the second half, and the Heat handed the Orange and Blue their 9th straight loss. Ouch. Winning 106-97. The Brooklyn Nets will be in Boston tonight to take on the 30-19 Celtics. The Nets have been one of the pleasant surprises of the association, going 27-23 to date. Spencer Dinwiddie will be out for 3 to 6 weeks following a thumb injury, but Kenny Atkinson's group has the depth to compete in the East. Tonight's matchup in Beantown tips at 7:30 p.m. On the ice, the New York Rangers will host Philadelphia on Tuesday night at MSG. Puck drops at 7:30. The Broadway Blue Shirts are 21-20-7. The Flyers have 19 wins on the season. The Islanders will host Tampa Bay on Friday night. They are 29-15-5 and playing pretty well. Meanwhile, the Devils are the worst of the three hockey locals after many predicted they would be the best. They will get back in action tonight in Pittsburgh. 18-win Jersey will skate against the Penguins at 7. Super Bowl is coming Sunday in Atlanta. The NFL had a playoff weekend off this past weekend, but did host its annual All-Star affair, the Pro Bowl. The AFC soundly defeated the NFC 26-7. KC's Patrick Mahomes and Jets star Jamal Adams were named Pro Bowl MVPs. Wind, rain, and temperatures in the 50s marked a memorable Pro Bowl. More on Adams in the C-list. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. New Orleans Pelicans star Anthony Davis has told the franchise he won't re-sign. All indications point to him possibly heading to the LA Lakers to play with LeBron James. The NBA All-Star Game is only a few weeks away, and it will be in Charlotte this year, and Bronx native Kemba Walker, the Hornets' best player, will be a starter in the game. So exciting to hear that Kemba is not only an All-Star, but a starter in the matchup too. A survey says that Americans will bet about $6 billion on the Super Bowl this coming weekend. I'll have my Super Bowl pick for you to help you out on Friday's show. In college football, Drew Lock helped himself at the Senior Bowl. He performed well in the game, but many experts don't think well enough to be considered the top signal caller in the draft. That honor still goes to Dwayne Haskins of Ohio State, a player that could get called by the New York Giants with the number 6 pick in the NFL draft. On the baseball diamond, still no free agent news regarding Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. It's almost February. It's almost spring training, and neither of the two players have yet to sign free agent deals, looking more and more like teams are shying away from long-term mega deals. Both were expected to sign in the neighborhood of $300 million contracts. I used a C-list on Luka Doncic recently. He continues to impress. In fact, he too should probably be an all-star starter. Nonetheless, he made more history in the NBA. The Dallas Mavericks rookie became the first teenager in league history with a 30-point triple-double on Sunday. He notched 35 points, 12 rebounds, and dished 10 assists in a 123-120 loss to the Toronto Raptors. The only downside to his stat line, Luka turns 20. That's right, only 20 years old on February 28th. The 35 points were a career high. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for a note on the real centerpiece of the New York Jets. You have to love New York Jets safety Jamal Adams. The dude makes headlines during Pro Bowl week for sacking the New England Patriots mascot during a skills competition and then goes out and wins defensive MVP in the Pro Bowl. The kid is passionate and he's the real leader in Gang Green's locker room. For all the talk when it comes to young quarterbacks, and the Jets do have a good one, I think Gang Green fans should be delighted to have Adams on their roster. He's a winner. Adams said following the Pro Bowl that the main thing was to get the win and get paid too. AFC players will, they're going to make $67,000 for winning the game, $8,000 more than the guys that will actually lose the Super Bowl on Sunday in Atlanta. The NFC Pro Bowl losers earned $39,000. Adams registered a sack, broke up a pass, and had an interception to lead the AFC defense that limited the NFC to 148 yards. The team intercepted 3 passes and sacked Seattle's Russell Wilson, Chicago's Mitchell Trubisky, and Dallas's Dak Prescott for a combined 7 sacks. Something tells me that Adams could very well be the cornerstone of a defense in New York that's one day celebrating a Super Bowl victory. He's that good. Now the Jets just need to keep building around him. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Stay with us. More Open coming back right after this.